طبعا لجنة الفتية قامت بالتقديم المهمة الصعبة بتاعت تقديم بروفيسور شرفي. كلكم بتعرفوه طبعا، واحد من الأساتذة العظيمين جدا في كلية الطب. And it's a real daunting task to talk about him in few lines. Professor Sharfi is head department of surgery in Sudan, as well as he's the academic secretary of Sudanese Specialization Board. On top of that, he is a friend of everybody, and he's one of the pillars of surgery in Sudan. Welcome, Professor Sharfi, and you look good. Maybe you can tell us some about medical training in Sudan. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would like to thank your association for inviting me to share with you some thoughts about health problems in Sudan and the problem of training. Although it is a vast subject, postgraduate medical training in Sudan, but I will try to cover it in the following four agenda: background, the current situation, the challenges which are facing postgraduate medical training in Sudan, and suggested solutions. Postgraduate medical training in Sudan started at early 1953 by diploma in obstetrics and gynecology at the Royal College of Obstetricians of the UK. Then Part 1 and Part 2 in Khartoum continued till the year 2008. The links between Sudan and the UK actually, which are deeply rooted in postgraduate medical training, continued from the early 1960s to the late 70s. There were focal persons in Sudan with counterparts in the UK, nearly in all medical specialties. Part 1 FRCS, the Royal College of London, it started in the Faculty of Medicine, University of Khartoum in 1960, and it continued till 1979. Trainees usually used to stay 2 years of training in Sudan, then proceed to the UK to obtain part of the FRCS. In 1977, the late Professor Omar Bilal, the late Professor Abdelraoaf Sharfi, and the late Professor Abdelaziz started master degrees in certain medical specialties, and the same was changed to MD University of Khartoum in 1984. In 1984, the University of Algeria started postgraduate medical studies, and the University of Juba started postgraduate medical studies mainly in dermatology in 1987. And after that, in 1959, the Sudan Medical Specialization Board was established with only 6 councils. The Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh started Part A examinations, paperwork in the Faculty of Medicine, University of Khartoum in 2006, and wrote Part B examinations in SOBA, University Training and Examination Center, in 2010, and it's continuing today very smoothly, just as it stopped for the COVID in the past couple of years. That was followed by MRCB, Royal College of Physicians in London in 2012, in the same center in SOBA. The Arab Board for Health Sciences, which was started as early as 1976 by the late Professor Omar Bilal, who was the first chairman of the Arab Board, is having trainees training in the Sudan Medical Specialization Board, and the Egyptian fellows started towards the same time. While Sudanese doctors who were qualified from universities abroad, like in Egypt, Russia, Eastern European countries, they used to spend periods of assessment by the Sudan Medical Council, then be enrolled either as specialists or consultants. Currently, the bodies which are concerned with postgraduate training in Sudan are the Minister of Health, the Sudan Medical Council, the Sudan Medical Specialization Board, the Ministry of Higher Education, and the National Center for Training. One of the very important dates which you have to remember is 1970, an MOU was signed between the late Professor Abdelraoaf Sharfi in Sudan and Professor William McGowan in Ireland. Professor Ahmed Abdelaziz was the Department of Surgical Training in Sudan. He worked as a young surgeon to Professor McGowan in Khartoum Teaching Hospital until 1955-57. Professor Ahmed was innovative with sound medical knowledge, surgical skills, leader and mentor of very high caliber. He mastered not only medicine, but areas like law and medical ethics. His counterpart was Professor William McGowan in Ireland. He was a senior lecturer to the Faculty of Medicine and a senior surgeon to the health service in Sudan as early as 1955-56. And he was the first to perform cardiac sterilization at Khartoum Teaching Hospital in 1957, and the first to perform cardiac surgery in Khartoum Teaching Hospital. And nearly all the Sudanese surgeons and have their training in Ireland between 1970 and 1998. Today, Professor Ahmed Hassan Abdelraouf was joined them, and he was one of the pillars of surgery in the University of Khartoum. He is still practicing and is still teaching and still training young colleagues. The Sudan-Ireland MOU continued smoothly till the year 2002. Nearly all the presidents of the Royal Colleges of Surgeons and Physicians from the UK and Ireland, as many consultants in all disciplines within Sudan as external examiners at one time, and all of them were of great help in promoting postgraduate medical training in Sudan, either by delivering lectures, by writing valuable reports on examinations, and by demonstration of certain skills. Now the current situation is that the Sudan Medical Specialization Board, which was established in 1959 by only 6 specialties, in 2001, the Sudan Medical Specialization Board was recognized as the only authorized body in Sudan to award professional degrees in medical and health sciences, while academic degrees in biomedical sciences were awarded by the universities. Currently, Sudan Medical Specialization Board incorporates 59 specialty councils in medical and health sciences, and we have got over 10,000 trainees, but unfortunately only 2,000 trainers to train this large number of trainees. The number of graduates till now from the Sudan Medical Specialization Board in all specialties is around about 12,000 or more. We hold 2 Part A examinations electronically every year. We have got 3 centers of Part 1 examination in Khartoum and 8 outside Khartoum. And there are 3 centers abroad in Saudi Arabia, 2 centers, and Emirates 1 center. This is the main building of the Sudan Medical Specialization Board, which was originally the building of Khartoum Teaching Hospital, which was established at early 1909. Currently, as you see with this number of councils and the trainees, this venue is no longer suitable for this number. What are the challenges which are facing postgraduate medical training in Sudan generally? The number 1 challenge is the current venue of the Sudan Medical Specialization Board, which is not suitable for the very large number of councils, 59 councils, 10,000 trainees, directors, helping staff, secretaries, etc. So it is not suitable to accommodate these numbers to have smooth training. Number 2, the increasing numbers of graduates from the 38 medical schools in Sudan and their needs for postgraduate training is adding more burden to the Sudan Medical Specialization Board, and the available training units are under-equipped to face the increasing numbers of trainees. The trainers themselves They are mostly volunteers. The Sudan Medical Specialization Board is not paying them anything. They are less paid from the employers, and the numbers of the trainers are decreasing for migration abroad due to no reasons, financial, political reasons, and even the numbers of suitable cases for training are decreasing due to the high cost of hospital training. More challenges to supporting staff, technicians, secretaries, IT staff. Now, the big gap between the numbers of trainees and the available training units led to overcrowding of trainees in many training units, and this led in turn to less chances of training, especially in areas where you have some skills, surgery, medicine, Ghani, and so on. And this eventually will lead to a drop in the level of training, which we are very worried about this, which in turn will lead to unsatisfaction from the trainees, the Sudan Medical Specialization Board, the employer, and the community. All the above are the specifications for seeking solutions to improve the quality of training, looking for more training chances. In trying to improve the quality of training and looking for more chances of training, and the training units, the Sudan Medical Specialization Board took the following measures locally. Number one, we could establish 8 training centers in the regional hospitals outside Khartoum, and this is the main function of the Central Training Committee, which is a very active committee which pays visits to these centers. And the problems of these training centers outside Khartoum include accommodation, transportation, communication, especially for female doctors with their increasing number as trainees. Number two, the Sudan Medical Specialization Board, with others, is doing its best to bring back Khartoum Teaching Hospital function, which is now under the umbrella of the Federal Ministry of Health. There is now a new board of directors, a new manager, and new departments are being established. These are the training units outside Khartoum. They are really covering most regions of the Sudan, mainly the regional hospitals. It is under the control of the Central Training Committee. It is mandatory for all our trainees to spend part of their training in one of these centers. One of the areas which we think will improve the quality of training is the EDC, Education Development Center, which is functioning very well. It is responsible for organizing mandatory courses for the trainees, as in research methodology, medical ethics, professionalism, evidence-based medicine, basic life support, ALS, basic principles of ECT, and more. As the EDC is responsible for design of curricula for our specialty councils, and it's doing a very great job in teaching medical education, and now there is a diploma and master degree in medical education from the EDC. Again, there is a center which is responsible about quality control. Again, the Sudan Medical Specialization Board, in trying to improve the quality of training, established the following committees: the Central Training Committee, which is responsible for training centers outside Khartoum, and the Central Assessment Committee, which is a very active committee led by Professor Michel Hamid, which is responsible for all details of the examinations, assessment of trainees. The Central Research Committee is responsible for training trainees in writing theses, writing research papers, and preparing themselves for international, regional, and local conferences. Now we have got a very active distance learning through Zoom meetings. Our IT group in the Sudan Medical Specialization Board is a very active center. We have collaborations with the private medical sector, which is certain specialties in a better position to have certain equipment. Recently, there is a student support unit which is looking after the social and other problems of our trainees. The simulation center, as you see it written in red, this is the skeleton of it, although we have got a master plan which is under construction, and we have got promises from the University of Alberta in Canada to help, from SAMA, from Emirates, from Qatar. And your support will be very highly appreciated with equipments, disposables, mannequins, and other teaching materials, because this will save not only the trainees, but the paramedics and the medical students, and more. Again, the electronic library is under construction, the building is there. Fortunately, most or part of the cost of it was covered by Association of Sudanese Doctors in Qatar and the Qatar Charity in Sudan. And again, this needs your active support by availing it with teaching materials, video clips of recent procedures, scripts and periodicals. More suggestions, the above-mentioned solutions will participate in improving the quality of training, but having periods of training abroad is crucial. Accordingly, the Sudan Medical Specialization Board is doing the best to establish and activate links with similar organizations abroad. And the best example is the link with Ireland through the HSE and the Royal Colleges through the IGMT program in Ireland. And in a recent visit to Ireland, by a kind invitation from SAS, an MOU was signed between Sudan Medical Specialization Board and the HSE to increase the numbers of intake for already 60 existing specialties. We are having trainees spending years of 1 or 2 years in certain areas in these 6 specialties and coming back to finish their training in Sudan. Finding new chances of training in other specialties, collaboration in other areas, and training of post-MD trainees for those who already obtained their MDs, and training of Irish trainees in Sudan in certain areas like in tropical medicine, infectious disease. These functions will be looked very carefully and monitored by the professional faculty which was established by the Irish colleagues following this meeting. More solutions, other links with the UK. The links between UK and Sudan are deeply rooted, but it needs activation by establishing a professional faculty through your association to discuss the issues with the Royal Colleges, NHS, and other bodies, and finding more short-term training periods for both MD candidates in areas requiring hands-on skills like in surgery, obstetrics, anesthesia, and so on. Nomination of external examiners to participate in our MD and fellowship examination with Sudan Medical Specialization, which is very important, although it is going for years, but it needs more activation. Collaboration in research projects is very important, and participation in scientific conferences. We have got other links with Egypt, where Egyptian fellowship candidates, they spend period of training in Sudan and period of training in Egypt. We have got a collaboration with Hamad Medical Corporation in Qatar. This is mainly in neurology. And we have got collaborations through the board. They spend, our trainees spend periods of 22 years in certain areas. Recently, we have got links with University of Alberta in Canada, Pakistan, College of Surgeons, and South Africa. Now, the duties of your association through your professional faculty, which I hope will take place soon after this meeting, is orientation of our trainees before arrival to the UK on how to prepare themselves for interviews, how to write a portfolio and CVs, and upon arrival, orientation to the workplace, time management, duties and limits, participation in academic activities, communication skills with patients and paramedics. During training, they need direct supervision monitoring through logbooks, portfolio, and participation in academic activities. And at completion of training, feedback to the candidate is very important, to tell him about his strengths, his weaknesses, and feedback to the Sudan Medical Specialization Board about their performance, and recommendations for future collaboration and future improvement in training. And for post-MD candidates, they need short-term training periods, especially in subspecialties like interventional radiology, vascular surgery, minimal invasive procedures, anesthesia and intensive care, urology, and many others. And attendance of short-term courses, hands-on skills, scientific conferences, participation in research projects, fellowships in certain specialties which can stay for up to 1 or 2 years in certain areas. More suggestions, collaboration between the Sudan Medical Specialization Board and the UK in other areas. Visit Sudan as external examiners, guest lectures, organization workshops, training of trainees, training of trainers and local examiners, short-term courses, participation in local conferences, combined research projects, helping in establishment of simulation center and electronic library, help in establishing a question bank for the Sudan Medical Specialization Board. And during your visit to Sudan in your holidays, you can participate actively in training by delivering lectures, seminars, and short courses, and more. Now, finally, the way forward should be by close collaboration in all aspects of training and research, by continuous communication and feedback, establish a professional faculty Europe association to take over those suggestions and to activate more bilateral visits. And I think the only way forward is to work together as one unified body for the sake of our young colleagues, waiving all barriers of any kind, then all our work can be achieved. Finally, the Sudan Medical Specialization Board appreciates all the help we received that experience from the UK and your association, and look forward for more, and thank you very much for this.